Is demand for justice an injustice? Why is there such intense and widespread protest over the Ankita Bhandari murder case in Uttarakhand? Who was Ankita Bhandari and what injustice has been caused to her? What are the people of Uttarakhand demanding for her? We shall discuss all about these, but first and foremost, I would like to say that in my view, in order to uphold the dignity of democracy, when such a massive number of citizens take to the streets demanding justice, when torch marches are organized on every road, when a young woman's death raises serious questions, and when voices against injustice are raised from all corners of the society, the first and foremost moral responsibility and duty of the elected government is to face the agitating people, listen to their voices and demands, and assure them of fair, transparent, and honest action to ensure true justice to the aggrieved. Addressing public anger and restoring faith by assuring complete, fair, and transparent justice in the Ankita Bhandari case is the first and most important step in a democracy. On the contrary, instead, as alleged by the public, the government is accused of using police force to distance itself from the people and prevent them from reaching the authorities. The government should restrain itself from doing so and rather meet the people to keep the spirit of democracy intact. But instead, to check and prevent entry of agitators at many locations has been a catalyst for the movement to be more aggressive in nature and more people joining the movement. This also creates a perception that an alleged VIP is being unnecessarily sheltered and favored with unlawful protection, further fueling public outrage and risk of escalation of the agitation. In my opinion, the government must immediately come forward and engage with the people, just as leaders approach voters during election. The government should console the victim's family, promise handing over investigation to the CBI as demanded by the public, and promise justice to Ankita Bhandari, a young daughter of the hills whose life had barely begun before she allegedly fell victim to a major conspiracy. Ensuring justice for her should be government's topmost priority and first prime duty to protect democracy. Come, let's understand what exactly happened in Ankita Bhandari case. Why were protests so intense across Uttarakhand, and why is social media flooded with posts and reels related Ankita Bhandari? Ankita Bhandari, a 19-year-old from a very modest family, was a resident of Doab Shri Kot in Pauri Garhwal district of Uttarakhand. Her father worked as a security guard to support the family. In 2021, Ankita took admission in a certificate course at Shri Ram Institute of Hotel Management in Dehradun. Unfortunate though, after her father lost his job, financial constraints forced her to give up her studies midway and take up a job to support the family. Ankita, in search of a job to support herself and her family, and after the lockdown on 28th August 2022, she joined Vanantra Resort in Ganga Bhogpur, Rishikesh as a receptionist. The day she joined work was the last time her father saw her and met her. According to Wikipedia, during her employment, she was allegedly assaulted sexually and later murdered. The case received widespread national and state level media attention and coverage, primarily due to allegations of serious mismanagement and the alleged involvement of an influential political VIP in a sexual exploitation of a young female. Ankita's parents also expressed strong suspicion pertaining to involvement of some VIP in the case. The charge sheet, however, including chat messages, does not show involvement of any VIP from any angle. The resort owner Pulkit Arya, assistant resort manager Ankit Gupta, and resort manager Saurabh Bhaskar were named as the three main accused in the FIR. All three reportedly confessed to the murder and were tried on charges of abduction and murder. Additionally, a BJP MLA Renuka Bisht was accused of ordering illegal demolition of the resort immediately after the murder and alleged for destroying the proof, evidence, and witness, besides suppressing the commission of the aforesaid criminal offense. Suspicion deepened further when on 18 September 2022, Ankita did not respond to phone calls from her parents or her friend Pushpadeep. When family members searched for her in her room and could not find her, their concern intensified, especially since Ankita had earlier told her friend about the harassment and atrocities of torturous nature she had been regularly subjected to at the resort. She had allegedly reported that she was being pressurized to provide special services to an unidentified VIP. According to the accused, Pulkitaria had a heated argument with Ankita, after which the three accused took her to another location to resolve the issue. As per Wikipedia, on the way, an argument broke out again, following which Ankita was pushed into the Chilla Canal. The accused then returned to the hotel, leaving behind Ankita to drown and die. When Ankita went missing, her father Virendra Singh ran from pillar to post to seek police assistance, but nothing worked out. He kept moving himself to lodge his complaint and kept moving from Pauri police station to Muniki Reti police station and then to Rishikesh Kotwali for nearly 12 hours, merely to file a missing person complaint. However, citing jurisdiction issues, the police refused to register an FIR and did not even consider applying the zero FIR provision in the matter that sounded extremely serious in nature. Ankita Bhandari's body was finally recovered on 24th September 2022 from the Chilla Canal barrage by the State Disaster Response Force, the SDRF, and on May 30th, 2025, an additional district and sessions judge in Kotdwar convicted Pulkitaria, Saurabh Bhaskar and Ankit Gupta in the Ankita Bhandari murder case. Although the district court has convicted the accused, massive protests have erupted across Uttarakhand in recent times. Large torch marches and rallies are being witnessed in almost every city and village. Protesters allege that the police failed to reveal the identity of the VIP for whom Ankita was allegedly pressurized to provide special services. As a result, there is a strong demand for a CBI investigation for the name of the VIP to be made public. To intensify the movement, protesters have called for a statewide Uttarakhand Bandh on 11th January, appealing to traders and citizens to support the demand for justice for the daughter of the hills of Uttarakhand.
11 जनवरी को पूरा उत्तराखंड बंद रहेगा।
In view of the proposed Uttarakhand Bandh, the Uttarakhand police have made extensive security arrangements across the state to maintain law and order. The Garhwal Range Inspector General of Police Rajiv Swaroop stated that public safety and convenience are their top priorities and additional police forces have been deployed in markets and sensitive areas to prevent inconvenience to the general public. That's all for now. Let's wait and watch as to what comes next from the government on this sensitive issue pertaining to justice for innocent Ankita Bhandari. Please share your opinion on this in the comment box below the video. We shall soon be back with the latest updates in the matter. Till then, keep watching the truth unfurled. But please do subscribe the channel, like the video and share to others. Good night, Shubh Ratri, Shabba Khair.